You're looking for 2 points to put on the board.
You're looking for 2 points on safety if you can get a tackle for a loss, or if you can get a turnover down here, maybe a touchdown. If you're Unicoi County, the pressure is on the Blue Devils right now. You've got to take care of the football here.
Carry goes up the middle. Second down and looks like 10, but believe that should be 3. Unicoi County got out of its own end zone a bit there. Still inside the 10. 2nd and 4 actually. Tied here in the first quarter. Got a beautiful night here in East Tennessee. The sun setting behind us in the Smoky Mountains. And a tight football game here so far.
You couldn't ask for a better view. We've had a chance to see a lot of beautiful stadiums, and the backdrop to this is pretty tough to beat.
That it is. As is the company, although, Brandon, I think everyone on Facebook would agree with you that the bucket hat was a miss.
See, first time here at Northview, so I wasn't sure which side our press box was going to be facing, so I brought the bucket hat just in case. Can't be doing any more sunburns, man. The stripes up last year when we were covering games took too long to get rid of.
That's fair. Unicoi County set up at its own 7-yard line, 2nd and 4. And waiting to see a call here. Illegal procedure on Unicoi County. That's going to move them back, even closer back to that goal line. And it looks like they're going to be back on the 1.
It's a tough place for a false start, Jake, and that's something that drives coaches crazy, but especially in the first game of the year, you're going to have a few of these, but what's a bad time to take one?
Bryson Peterson in the pistol. Gonna throw and dropped. And Brandon, when it hits you in the hands out of the end zone, that's one you got to have to escape a jam.
Well, especially when it's a bubble screen designed to get the ball to you in a hurry. He had a man blocking in front of him. I don't know that he got the first down, but he was going to get close. Unicoi County had numbers on that side. He had room to work. He had a blocker in front of him that had his man. That could have been at least a solid play. You shake one guy, it could be a big play. That's got to hurt.
Illegal substitution against the Blue Devils, and they half the distance and remain 3rd down.
And Jake, Unicoi County just keeps hurting themselves here. Another procedure penalty. You know, you're not getting that many yards right here, thankfully, because you are backed up to the end zone, but you're backed up to the end zone.
That's more than 5 penalties between the two teams so far tonight. And Bryson Peterson gives up the middle, and a strong run from the Cougars, or excuse me, from the Blue Devils. The tackle made by Ryan Wright, and on the carry was number 4, Jay Snyder.
Snyder made a really tough run there. It looked like the penetration from Northview might kill that play early. He was able to fight through initial contact, because if they had got him on first contact, he may have still been in the end zone. Now you've got to try to punt out of your own end zone. This is not easy for Unicoi County either. This is a high-pressure situation.
But it's certainly one that Esteban Mendoza is built for. The All-State punter gets a great one, and Northview will take over at the 38-yard line.
You know, I don't think specialists get enough credit when you have the guys that are the long snappers, are the personal protectors, are the punters, place kickers, your holders. That's an extremely high-pressure job and a high-pressure situation for those guys to be in. They came into that role backed up, short field, less than the full distance to make the snap to the punter. Northview brought pressure. They picked everybody up. Good kick, forced a fair catch. Northview's a little closer than they'd like, but that's still a really good punt and a good job by Unicoi special teams to get it out of there.
And again, as Cruz Mendoza sets up shop, you really can't ask for a more picturesque scene. As Cruz Mendoza gonna race off the left side, got some room down the sideline, bulldozing inside the 25-yard line. And Alex Cruz Mendoza, the former running back, showing exactly why Northview has him carrying the rock, lowering the shoulder for a big Cougar first down.
And Cruz Mendoza needs to be coming up and giving a high five to his backfield mate, Jackson Gint. Gint got out there. He was able to get a little chip on a defensive end, then get up and pick a linebacker up. He really sprung his quarterback for that play.
1st and 10, Northview for a first down, brought to you by Squisito 2. Cruz Mendoza going to try to pass, and he has William Kirby inside the 20.
Number 80.
Now, Cruz Mendoza may be known for those legs, and that might be what everybody's kind of come to know him for. That was a dart. That was a hitch route at about 12 to 10 yards. That's not an easy throw. He put it right on the money, right on time, where his man could catch it and turn upfield and make a play.
And Brandon, I was wondering about that during pregame, walking around. It looked like Cruz Mendoza was having a little trouble getting a tight spiral on the football, throwing a couple above his receivers. But you see right there when he makes throws in tight game situations and when the bullets are flying, 23 is coming through.
Well, he stepped up into the pocket. He drove through and just put that ball on the money. With this Northview rushing attack that they've got, he doesn't need to throw the ball all over the field, but if he can be efficient on throws like that, they've got a chance to be really difficult to stop on offense.
Your score tied 0-0 as we go to the end of the first quarter on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewife and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert A. Lewine more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the A. Lewine family. A. Lewine Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the A. Lewine Pottery channel, and enjoy these great stories.
During this break, I want to remind you of a couple of our great sponsors. Riverstone Resort and Spa, the best resort in the Smokies. If you need a vacation, head right down there to Pigeon Forge to Riverstone Resort and Spa. Krispy Kreme donuts. If you may need a donut after that kind of spa treatment, then go to their 2 locations to serve you in Pigeon Forge on the Parkway and at Highway 66 in Sevierville, Tennessee. Be sure and pick up a couple dozen after a game like this one as well. And then Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash as well. Want to thank them for everything they do for your high school sports. And Sevier County Electric, powering your high school sports, powering tonight's game, as Northview will set up for a 2nd and 3. And it'll be a nice carry inside the 15-yard line. Cruz Mendoza on the carry again, and Heath Woods told us earlier this week that he was going to be that workhorse for Northview, and we've seen it in the passing game and on the ground.
They're leaning on him. Northview keeps going back, that little misdirection. That's a good play for them. The idea behind that is that Northview's not running a true option, but they're running some option principles. You want to get Unicoi County not sure which man has got the ball. You want to get them flowing and create an opportunity to have a big play when they misread. You got to keep going back to it. It's just a matter of time.
Cruz Mendoza tries to throw, no, up the middle, bulldozing over a Unicoi County Blue Devil and inside the 10-yard line.
Jake, I think he took that snap on a one-hop. He made a shortstop play. I believe that was supposed to go to the right side, and he wasn't able to get his hand off because the timing was thrown off, so he just tucked it and took it himself. Heads-up play.
You got to do what you got to do, and he certainly made do there. Beautiful sunset behind us. The Cougars taking the field in some uniforms that are kind of reminiscent of the Green Bay Packers, and right here they may have their own Aaron Rodgers. Cruz Mendoza fumbling on the play, and we will see who comes up with it.
There's a fumble on the play.
And it remains Northview football. A very close call there for the Cougars inside the 10.
I couldn't tell if that was a big hit by the Unicoi County linebacker or if it was just a bad exchange on the handoff. I wasn't sure if I don't know if the mesh point was necessarily clean right there, but it's for Northview. You're fortunate to get that ball back and not squander this opportunity.
3rd and 3 for Cruz Mendoza. And they're going to run him around the right side at the 5. Ducks his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Alex Cruz Mendoza on an 8-yard scamper around right tackle. And the Cougars have their first touchdown of 2021.
And Jake, that was a run all the way. They started rolling him out, and it may have had some pass action to it. They may have wanted to give Unicoi County a little bit of a pass look. That was run all the way, and Cruz Mendoza had a nose for the pylon, just getting inside enough for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. 410 Wares Valley Road in Pigeon Forge. Call 865-366-2649 to get your car cleaned today. And Cruz Mendoza getting across the pylon for the Cougars' first score, and Northview drawing first blood against the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Timeout called on the field. Will Heath Woods go for 2? We will see. 10:04 left to play in the second quarter. And Northview is on the board. Drew Rice has some catching up to do early on.
Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a dirty, dirty car. You gotta get it washed, gotta get it washed. Want to show the whole world how fine you are. Go on and get it washed, time to get it washed. Take your
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Back on the field. And it looks like they will be going for two.
Interesting call here this early.
Heath Woods has been one to gamble, and he's going to do it again here. Cruz Mendoza tosses right side, got a man, touchdown. Excuse me, that's a two-point conversion. Excuse me, but William Kirby was wide open on the right pylon and make it 8-0 Northview early on.
They brought Kirby in motion from the far left side and brought him into the formation. Northview gave that little bit of run action and forced the linebackers to pinch in. Kirby just kept working to the flat on the opposite side. He already was a full run. He was able to get the edge. Mendoza was able to roll to his right and make an easy throw for a two-point conversion. Really pretty play for Northview.
And just what you want to draw up with a mobile quarterback like Cruz Mendoza. Get him rolling out and able to look for an open man like that. A good job by the Cougars early on. 8-0 your score in favor of Northview. 10:04 still left to play in the second quarter of the Your High School Sports Game of the Week, our first of the 2021 season.
Jake, you've been talking about all of our great sponsors. You guys saved me some Krispy Kreme or some buddies, right?
We've got 3 boxes over here, Brandon, and one of them is just for you.
Hey, I will take it, folks. Just understand that when we got here, those are put on the other side of the press box. They're posted up. They've guarded them from me. I think this is a penalty for hitting that traffic in Knoxville. So,
Brandon, don't think of it as a penalty. Think of it as a reward for after we wrap up this game tonight. Jimmy Kuznicki set to tee it up for Northview and Unicoi County with 2 Blue Devils back at the 10-yard line. Kuznicki boots it deep, and Caleb Pulez gets it inside his 10. Races out to past the 25-yard line, and that's where Bryson Peterson will set it up. And again, Brandon, we've talked about it before, but having lived in East Tennessee for a while now, you really cannot overstate the beauty of these mountains on a night like this. The sunset behind us and the blue in those Smoky Mountains behind us here at Northview's field. A perfect accent to some Friday night lights as we start this 2021 football season. And a lot of packed stands as well, which I know we are certainly grateful to have after last year.
Boy, it's nice to see a full house, isn't it?
It is.
A lot of pressure on Unicoi here to get an answer.
I was going to say nice for everyone except for Bryson Peterson right now, who hands off up the middle and has a nice carry from Nehemiah Edwards, number 34 for the Blue Devils. Brandon, I said earlier that Edwards was one that I would know all night by that brown hair snaking out of the back of his helmet, almost like the running back version of a Troy Polamalu.
Well, you're going to have to know him for hard runs like that. That's a good first down play for Unicoi County. It lets them get this offense on schedule, second and medium. They've got a chance to operate, and the whole playbook's available right here.
9:19 and counting left to go in the second quarter. They're going to give it to Edwards again. Just gets a couple that time, but still, number 34 giving you enough to set up a third and short and still give you something to work with.
I'm not entirely sure who made that tackle. I think it was number 68, Kane Jones for Northview. He saved a huge gain. He was hooked, but he was able to get an arm out and trip the ball carrier up. Otherwise, Unicoi County's probably still running. There was a big hole right there.
Unicoi County 3rd and 5.
Oh, and they got a free
not
one.
What you want to happen for Northview. Another penalty on the Cougars, and that's going to give the Blue Devils, I think, a first down. 8:42 left to play in the second quarter. And because of a Northview penalty, all of a sudden, Unicoi is knocking on the door of midfield and moving the football well.
You know, you're going to see some of those first game hiccups, first game bubbles. We've seen the false starts, we've seen the offsides. That was a big one though. That cost Northview a free first down.
Number 34, Edwards on the carry. That was made by number 28, Jackson Jim. Number 15,
Nehemiah Edwards on the carry again for Unicoi County, or for the Blue Devils.
I think Unicoi has found something they like on the right side of that Northview defense. They keep trying to pound. Nehemiah on that right corner on that right side. I believe they're after something there. They've got something they like. That puts a lot of pressure on Kane Jones to keep making plays. Oh, mercy.
Set to throw it down the sideline. Got a man at the 20. 10 drag down inside the 5-yard line. What a gain for Unicoi County.
What a throw. Just set up in a clean pocket, let it go, and that was absolutely on the money. His man in stride down the sideline. You couldn't walk up and hand it to him any better than that. Perfect pass.
Ty Johnson on the grab, and a huge gain for the Blue Devils. 7:38 left to play in the second quarter, and Unicoi knocking on the door at the 2-yard line.
Not sure what the stoppage is for, Jake.
Quick stoppage in play. And during this quick break, we are going to switch devices really fast. And we will be right back with you. We'll be going live again in just a moment as Unicoi is at the goal line. And actually, on second thought, I think we'll stay right here for just another moment and see if these Blue Devils can tap it into the end zone. But we will be switching momentarily, so please stay tuned for that. And then whenever we go live again, just click on that, and we will be back with you for this game of the week. 1st and 10 for Unicoi County inside the 7-minute mark of the second quarter, and the Blue Devils looking to punch it in. Edwards up the middle, and no question about it, he was down at the 2-yard line. Northview with a stand there inside the 5.
Down here's where you're going to make all those leg presses, all that work on the blocking sleds, all those 2-a-days. This is where it all comes worth it. This is who wants it worse territory. No matter how much you change offense, no matter how much football evolves over the years, the fact of the matter is when you get down inside the 2 or 3 yard line, the only thing that matters is the lowest man wins.
2nd and 2 for Unicoi County. You have to wonder if they'll give it to Edwards again. Yes.
I think Northview
And
stopped him
Northview
again.
with another stop. Edwards still trying to push ahead. And you have got to give it to number 34, the junior. He is not going to stop driving those legs, but Northview made him pay right there.
This is just big man on big man. Who wants it worse? If you love football, you've got to love this. 3rd and goal.
Give it to Edwards again.
They stopped him again.
And he is stopped on 3rd down. Northview with a massive defensive stand here in the early going. 8-0 Cougars. Inside 6 minutes left to play, and Heath Woods has a stone wall on defense. 4th and 2.
On back-to-back plays on 1st and 2nd down, Unicoi County tried to go strong side. They tried to get Northview looking that strong side, went weak side, and Northview just swarmed them.
Timeout on the play. And Brandon, if you're Drew Rice, you've been giving it to Nehemiah Edwards on 3 straight plays. What do you do here? 4th down, you've got to get something. Well,
I think you've got to try to go for it if you can here, and if that's what you believe in, go with it.
And right now we are going to go with a quick device switch. We'll be right back with you again whenever we go live again. Just click on that on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. We'll be right back with you as we are in a timeout here between Northview and Unicoi County.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Got it.
Number 34, Edwards in for a Unicoi County Blue Devil touchdown.
Nehemiah Edwards racing in for the Blue Devil touchdown on 4th down. They gave it to him on 4 straight carries, and finally, 4th time's the charm for number 34. That touchdown brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Be sure and get your car cleaned there any day of the week. And Unicoi set to kick with Esteban Mendoza.
I think that got blown dead before the kick, Jake. That was a really impressive stand down at the goal line by Northview. They really bowed up. They were able to stop Unicoi County on 3 plays in a row. Unicoi County on the touchdown run went back. They went back to Nehemiah Edwards again. They used that counter action kind of that we saw on 3rd down again. This time it was able to create an alley. He was able to muscle his way in. He worked off the inside shoulder of a linebacker and was able to punch it in for a score. Now looks like Unicoi County is going to come out and try to go for 2 here, maybe match Northview. Full house backfield, Jake.
Up the middle, Edwards again. No, it's Peterson around the left side, and he is in for the 2-point conversion.
That was a spectacular fake. That took the entire Northview defense inside. I think it took both of us inside until we saw Peterson working to the wide side of the field and getting back in. That's a tie game. That was a big answer for Unicoi. They needed that after that emphatic drive from Northview.
8-8 now, your score. 5:37 left to play in the second quarter.
Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a dirty, dirty car. You gotta get it washed, gotta get it washed. Wanna show the whole world how fine you are. Go on and get it washed, time to get it washed. Take your foot off the gas and enjoy the ride. See the soap suds fly in the colorful neon light. For a clean, clean, clean like you've never ever seen. Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash.
Esteban Mendoza, as mentioned, the all-state kicker set to tee it up.
Also part of the all-name team.
That is true. That is true. Set to tee it up, and looks like we will have a quick break here as he's got to put it back and seems to have a little trouble getting it on the tee to kick this thing off. 8-8 your score, 5:37 left in the second quarter. Here's the kick. A low line drive that William Kirby is going to take inside his own 10-yard line.
Number 88.
Excuse me, that is actually going to be number 88. That is Gavin Ogle on the return.
For a second, I thought Ogle might have something. He had a nice block on the edge, but Unicoi County that kick team just swarmed him under. That's the second or third time Unicoi County special teams have really jumped out and stood out on what they've been doing. You know, we talk about all three phases of the game, but Unicoi County has really looked sharp in that area so far.
Stand on the home side of the football field. Anyone that has lost a cell phone, it is at the concession stand.
If you're just joining us tonight, welcome into the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. Jake Nichols and Brandon Martin on the call with you for this first game of the 2021 season as Northview Academy hosts the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Alex Cruz Mendoza back to pass, tries to make something out of it and met by a host of Blue Devils at the 21-yard line. Brandon, he didn't have much on that one, tried to escape the pocket, it collapsed, and he was not able to get out of anything there.
He was trying to go around, make something happen. The initial hole was closed. He tried to cut back and work his way across, and he was met by Lucas Slagle, number 1 for Unicoi County on the backside. And that one had some bad intentions. That was a big hit.
2nd and 11 for Cruz Mendoza. Gonna throw to his left. A nice pitch and catch out to number 80, William Kirby. Gets past the 25-yard line.
I thought he'd overthrown it at first, Jake. He had 2 men out there on staggered routes. One was about 2 yards deep, one was about 5. I thought he was going to the first man, and he went to the second one.
Gonna bring up 3rd and 5. 4:21 left in the second quarter and ticking now. Still tied 8-8 with the Cougars on the move. Cruz Mendoza looks, tries to escape the pocket and flings it, sacked hard at the 10-yard line, and there's a flag on the play. Think that'll be a horse collar.
It's going to be grounding.
But Alex Cruz Mendoza could not do anything there, didn't get any help from his line, and he had a host of Unicoi County Blue Devils on the chase that brought him down.
I believe it was Dawson Hampton, number 55, that broke right through the middle of the offensive line. He got to Cruz Mendoza almost the same time the snap did. He came absolutely scot-free right up Main Street. If you talk to any quarterback, the thing they hate the most is pressure in the A-gap. He came right up the middle, showed great athleticism for a big guy, showed good speed. Mendoza was trying to get rid of the ball, but then the rest of the Unicoi County defensive line closed in. The grounding call, I understand trying to make something. If you're Cruz Mendoza, you've got to know to eat that ball. First of all, to avoid the grounding penalty, but second of all, that could easily be a turnover. Now Northview got to punt out of the end zone.
Jimmy Kuznicki set to punt it from the O in Cougar in his own end zone. Caleb Pelez set to receive for Unicoi. He gets it, but he's met quickly by William Kirby. Looked like there may have been a little extra after the play as Kirby yelled back toward the Blue Devils. A little chirping on both sides. And Unicoi County is going to take over the football.
It was a big hit, but if you don't like it, call for the fair catch. If you're going to field it with a man that close, you're going to take a lick.
And then you're probably going to get a little bit after, and he did.
He did, but that was a tough guy play. That was a way to hold on to the ball and try to give his quarterback a short field, and he did. We saw Northview score their first drive on a short field like this. Now Unicoi County's got an opportunity to take advantage of good field position. 1st and 10 at the 35 for the Blue Devils. 3:57 left in the second quarter.
If you're just joining us, Jake Nichols and Brandon Martin with you on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. Caleb Pelez not able to get much as the right side of that Northview defensive line made a quick push and got him in the backfield.
I believe Jackson Gant stepped up and made that tackle for Northview. That's a guy they're really asking him to do a lot, because this is not a tip. We see a lot of high school games where your defensive backs, especially here in East Tennessee, you can really cheat more to the run game. We see a lot more run game than we do attacking down the field passing. Unicoi County's different. They can hurt you in the deep ball, and they're asking a guy like Gent to play both. He made a big play there on a run.
Peterson looks to throw, going deep, and got a man inside the 30-yard line, and trying to race around and get some more yardage, but instead losing yardage was Caleb Pelez. Tried to do a little too much dancing there after he hauled it in, and Unicoi County is going to, I think, get a first down, but lose a little bit from what they had where Pelez was initially positioned.
I think Caleb Pelez is going to hear a little bit about that from his position coach, because you don't run back about 7 yards full speed unless if you're going to do that and not get yelled at, you got to get it back and then some. I don't believe they're going to be happy with him, but a good play. Another thing to note there is there was another receiver open.
1st and 10, Peterson going to throw.
Short hop.
And a line drive that will fall incomplete. You get a look here around the Northview student section and around this stadium here in Kodak, Tennessee. A great setting for some high school football, and we've got a good one, 8-8. Your tie between Northview and Unicoi County, 2:36 left to play in the second quarter.
Jake, I'm just taking a look at the guys on the field, and one of the guys that really stands out to me is Lucas Slagle for Unicoi. Big number 1 out here. He looks different. He's got a different kind of physique. This might be a guy they look for down here.
Edwards up the middle, getting a nice push from his offensive line, and I think he got inside the 15-yard line.
Boy, he runs hard. He runs hard. He puts his head down, and he fights forward for yardage. That's a good, tough run against a solid defense.
3rd down and 3 for Unicoi County, ball at the 15-yard line. Edwards pushing ahead once more.
Number 34, Edwards on the carry.
And number 75, Caleb Swinehart, motioning to his sideline.
They went with that backside off tackle look again.
1st and 10.
Unicoi County now 1st and 10. Edwards up the middle once more and pushing inside the 5-yard line.
Number 3, Pelez on the carry.
Inside a minute 40 to play, Jake, but Unicoi looks like they found something they like. They've been trying to pound that Northview defense. They've got something going now.
Switching it out between Caleb Pelez and Nehemiah Edwards, and that seems to be working with kind of that off balance between Edwards, who really seems to kind of be the muscle in that Unicoi County running game, and then Pelez with a little more finesse,
Edwards runs extremely hard. He's putting his head down. He's running through contact. He's taking a big shot. The first man doesn't ever bring him down. He doesn't fall backwards. He seems to always find a way to fall forward. That's such an asset as an offense when you've got a back that you can give the ball to, and you know that if your offensive line does their job, you're going to gain yards. You don't have any concern about losing yards. You don't have any concerns about negative plays. Just somebody you can turn, give the ball to. They're going to fall forward.
And real quick, going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Welcome back here at Northview Academy. Unicoi County set up inside the 10-yard line, trying to go on the right side and stuffed.
First hit by number 44.
A nice hit by Evan Potiker and the Northview defense. And Heath Woods' defense making another stand here, 3rd and 3 for the Blue Devils, trying to take their first lead of the night with less than a minute left in the second quarter.
Got to go with a little urgency here if you're Unicoi County, but that last play was a good job by everybody. Unicoi County had a good call, good play, but Northview just swarmed to the ball. It's what you love to see from a defense here.
Bryson Peterson in the pistol again. Gonna throw over the middle. Got a man. Touchdown, Blue Devils. An easy pitch and catch right there to number 1, Lucas Slagle. And Brandon, you talked about his physique, and they used it right there. A physical receiver that you go to over the middle for that first lead of the night. And that's a Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash touchdown for the Blue Devils as they take the lead here right before the half.
Jake, they list him at 6'6", 205. That's a big frame. He got a good release.
And the kick by Mendoza is good. Your score, Unicoi County 15, Northview 8. 47 seconds left to play in the first half. And the Blue Devils grasping some momentum right before the break.
Peterson did a nice job down there. It was a good call. It was a good play design. Peterson went with the play fake. We've seen so much.
Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a dirty, dirty car. You gotta get it washed, gotta get it washed. Wanna show the whole world how fine you are. Go on and get it washed, time to get it washed. Take your foot off the gas and enjoy the ride. See the soap suds fly in the colorful neon light. For a clean, clean, clean like you've never ever seen. Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash.
He's too big to be a kicker.
I was going to say, if anybody gets loose, most kickers, you think, oh, I can, juke them out, run through them, whatever the case. 6'2", 220, you got to be afraid of that guy waiting in the back if somebody gets loose.
Yeah, you can't just take the kicker for granted here. If Esteban Mendoza takes a shot at that, that's a big boy. That's going to hurt. He's the size of some linebackers you see.
And he's got the leg to fit. 47 seconds left in the first half. And Gavin Ogle takes it inside his own 5-yard line. Ogle coming out to the 25, maybe 26. And Alex Cruz Mendoza going to have to work quickly. You've got over 75 yards to go, or almost 75 yards to pay dirt. And 40 seconds before the half, but you want to try to get something on the board.
Well, that was an opportunity, though, for Northview to get a much better return. I've got to compliment the Unicoi County special teams again. Number 44, Isaiah Smith, he starts on defense as well, but he was down to cover that kick. He was blocked. He got off his block and moved to the right. He didn't make the tackle, but he forced the runner into his help, and that really limited the return for Northview.
Cruz Mendoza, a low snap. Tries to make something of it and still pushes out past the 30-yard line. Number 23 is taking what he can get, but right now all he's got is 28 seconds and counting inside the first half. Northview going to have to call a timeout.
He's making a nice addition to play shortstop for the baseball team the way he's taking a few of these snaps tonight.
He is, and looks like Northview may let it just run out. 15-8 your score in favor of Unicoi County, and the way these offenses have started moving, we've got a good one. The Blue Devils take the lead going into the half as Cruz Mendoza fields one more low snap, and that will be the first half. Again, your score 15-8 in favor of Unicoi County. Northview certainly going to try to get something going to begin the second half. But want to thank all our sponsors again at Your High School Sports. And real quick, we will go to a halftime break brought to you by Sevier County Electric System, powering all of Sevier County and providing power for tonight's game. Nope. Excuse me, it's going to be a false start. There are zeros on the clock, but it looks like they may let the Cougars run one more play here.
Jake, if I'm correct, half can't end on an offensive penalty. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct. And
except we're wrong because it looks like it's going to.
And whatever the case, then it's halftime. 15-8 in favor of Unicoi County. We've got a 20-minute break, and halftime brought to you by Sevier County Electric System. But right before we go to that break, Brandon, with this second half coming up, Northview has to stick to its game plan, focus on that misdirection with Alex Cruz-Mendoza, and then Unicoi County has found something in Caleb Pelez and especially Nehemiah Edwards, both teams sticking heavily to those running games here so far.
I think the difference is, as we've seen Unicoi County, the difference has been with Bryson Peterson, the ability to throw the ball not just outside the tackle box, but to really push the ball down the field. Their first touchdown drive was sparked by that long throw. He gives them a dimension. He gives Unicoi County a dimension that Northview doesn't have right now. And Mendoza's going to have to, he's got to at least throw the ball enough to loosen the defense up to open those running lanes. It's really important for Northview not to get too far behind, though.
That it is, and I want to thank you for tuning into this first half. We will have the second half coming to you momentarily. Be sure and click on our live broadcast again whenever we go live for the second half. Again, your score right now 15-8 in favor of Unicoi County over the Northview Cougars.
Clayball's Express Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a dirty, dirty car. You gotta get it washed, gotta get it washed. Wanna show the whole world how fine you are. Go on and get it washed, time to get it washed. Take your foot off the gas and enjoy the ride. See the soap suds fly in the colorful neon light. For a clean, clean, clean like you've never ever seen. Clayball's Express Shine Car Wash.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Wilson is going to get started. It is Wilson's job to get started.
Y'all better stay high.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewife and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert Alewife more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the Alewife family. Alewife Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the Alewife Pottery Channel, and enjoy these great stories.
They ran a slant. You can say excuse me next time.
Basket number 3, Perez for Blue Devils first down. Number 3, Perez on the carry.
They're going to make 28, Jackson again.
Hey, what is that button right there, dude? Maybe it's Jack right there. I don't know. What about this one? This is just the turn
To
the
set
camera
up
on.
Unicoi County in great field position.
This is the zoom.
Now at the 16-yard line, 2nd and 5. And Unicoi knocking on the door of a 2-touchdown lead. Bryson Peterson in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his right. Looking to one of them, has Pelez again, and Pelez fights his way inside the 10-yard line. And they keep going to number 3 for good reason.
Late flags, Jake. Believe we might have some jawing after the play.
On the tackle, we have flags on the play.
We'll see what the call is, but right now, Jake, the Unicoi County lines are starting to take over, both on offense and on defense. I know we keep talking about him, we keep bringing him up, but Esteban Mendoza, it's been a long time since I've seen an all-state kicker that also started at left tackle, and he looks great. And looks like that spot foul, Jake, is going to be a 15-yard penalty, a personal foul against Northview. That's going to put Unicoi right inside the 10-yard line again, 1st and 10.
Ball at the 5-yard line.
1st and 5 for Unicoi County. The Blue Devils again knocking on the door of a 2-touchdown lead.
Overloaded
15-8
left.
right now in favor of the Blue Devils. 7:37 left to play in this 3rd quarter. Northview got a big defensive stand earlier. Can the Cougars do it again?
See what the stoppage in play is. No flag.
No flag on the play, and we will keep rolling here in Kodak, Tennessee. If you're just joining us, thank you for coming on with us for the Your High School Sports Game of the Week, the first of 2021. Peterson hands off and stuffed immediately. The Northview defensive line all over that one.
Was really surprised to see Unicoi go to the right side there. I think that the stoppage in play where the flag was waved off might have been a break for Northview. It looked like they were a little thrown off because Unicoi County came out in a weird formation. They were overset heavy to the left. I think Northview wasn't sure what to do with it. That little stoppage in play gave them a moment to reset. And then Unicoi County comes back and goes to the right. I think they were trying to hope to pull everybody left. They took a man in motion and wanted to go to the other side. But Northview has really been tough in the red zone. Even when Unicoi has scored, they have made them earn it. I think Unicoi County is going to have to. Looks like Unicoi is taking a timeout.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Peterson goes left side. They have some running room, bowling over a defender, and that's Caleb Pelez again, inching toward the goal line, maybe at the 1.
Landon Taylor made a great tackle there that saved a touchdown. It looked like this play was going to be a huge loss. Northview got great penetration, and Unicoi County was able to just work their way to the corner, break some tackles. This may be another place where you see Unicoi County try to take advantage of their big tight ends again.
Peterson gives to Edwards, and no one even close. Edwards walking into the end zone. Touchdown, Unicoi County.
It looks like Edwards is going to be the identity of this team. That's who they're going to hitch their wagon to. Unicoi County is going to go as he goes. And right now, he's starting to grind down this Northview defense.
21-8 in favor of Unicoi County. That touchdown brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. See them at 410 Wares Valley Road in Pigeon Forge. Esteban Mendoza, the do-it-all man for Unicoi County tonight, nailing the PAT. Your score now 22-8 in favor of the Blue Devils. 6:05 left to play in the third quarter.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Unicoi County switching up the kicking game here as they will swap out Esteban Mendoza and go with Jose Lopez.
I think he's earned a break.
I'd say number 51 has certainly earned one, and looks like Lopez is having a little bit of trouble here early.
I don't know if they were offside or if the ball fell again. I'm not sure. If the ball fell and he still kicked it that far, that was a pretty good kick. Northview just desperately needs a good return. They really need a good return to get in good field position, and they need to take advantage of this. They've got to execute well. They have been getting beat up front by this Unicoi County defensive line. The offensive line for the Cougars has absolutely got to step up right here. I think we may be about to see a holder come out for Unicoi County.
Yeah, Jose Lopez is having a tough time keeping the ball on the tee. Not sure if it's that windy outside or if he's just having a rough go of it.
Jake, take a look at who they just sent in. Oh, they're going to have him kick. I thought they were going to have him hold, too.
Sending Esteban Mendoza back out, it looks like.
I was waiting on him to come out here and be the guy to hold the kick and just go, what else does he do?
And they will have a holder. You really got to hope this isn't like a scene from Little Giants right now, if you know what I'm talking about.
No rest for the weary here.
22-8, Esteban Mendoza set to tee it off, and here we go. And I bet the holder's glad he didn't get his finger there. What a kick. And
good block.
Set to take it inside the 10, out past the 40-yard line. What a return by number 15, Kyle Calnassi for Northview. Calnassi mentioned as one of those go-to guys for the Cougars tonight, and we haven't seen much of him, but man, what a spark number 15 provided right there.
And I believe it was number 26, Nick Schroth, who got the block on the edge. He hooked his man clean, got him pushed out of the play, gave Schroth that alley. Schroth took advantage of it. If you're Northview, this is exactly what we were talking about. Get a good return, get in field position, take advantage of the short field where you can run your offense, save time, and get back in this thing. But now you've got to answer this Unicoi County defensive line that the last time you were out made a living 5 to 10 yards in your backfield.
5:57 left to play in the third quarter, 22-8 in favor of Unicoi County. Northview looking to claw its way back into this ball game, and they're certainly getting some help from Kyle Calnassi. Ball out to the 32-yard line.
Looks like there was a penalty assessed on that, Jake, I think for a block in the back.
After that penalty, 1st and 10 from the 32 for Alex Cruz Mendoza. A beautiful night here in the Smokies as the Friday night lights illuminate this field at Northview Academy. The Cougars looking to come back from a 2-touchdown deficit, and they're going deep to try it. Cruz Mendoza trying to get William Kirby. Looks like there's some chirping after the play.
They brought Kirby from the far side of the field in motion all the way across the formation to us. Snapped the ball, let him turn upfield with a full head of steam. He was there. He had his man beat. It was that's not an easy throw that deep down the field.
The penalty going to be on the Cougars, it looks like, and they will move them back. Looked like Jonathan Crutchfield had something to say after the play as well.
I'm going to tell you, the home folks ain't happy about it either.
They are not. You can hear the boo birds raining down here at Northview.
And if you're Northview, this is second and what you didn't want to get in.
Well said.
This is not an offense that is built to take big chunk plays like this. All of a sudden, you're looking at second and about 25 yards for a first down on a drive where you desperately need to convert.
Thanks, Ronnie back. Second and very long here for the Cougars as Cruz Mendoza is going to give and got a little bit of a lane off the right side and brought down past the 25-yard line. That was number 1, Kareem Dermaz on the carry.
He got a little shake to him, doesn't he?
He does.
Made a nice move to make a man miss. That's kind of what we were talking about with Mendoza. It's kind of what we were talking about with Cruz Mendoza, though. He's got to get his teammates more involved. Unicoi County is keying on him. He's got to trust his reads and understand that I know he wants to keep the ball in his hands and he trusts himself. He's got to trust his teammates and give them a chance when he sees it.
3rd and 16 from the 27, 5:07 left to play in the third. And Northview still facing that 2-touchdown deficit. Cruz Mendoza going to throw deep left side and got a man hauled in. at the 40-yard line. Dermaz comes up twice in a row, and Northview has some great field position as Cruz Mendoza put that one on the money.
Would you like to go through what the quarterback meeting is going to look like after that? Because when that film comes up, the coach is going to go, what were you thinking throwing that ball into double coverage and hanging it? And Cruz Mendoza's going to go, but it worked, right? That was a ball that was dangerous. It was late. They decided to try to get it all in one whack, but they were able to.
Still set up in the pistol, and Cruz Mendoza is going to take it around the right side, got the edge. Mendoza at the 35, working his way down to the 30 and spinning at the 29-yard line. Alex Cruz Mendoza putting this Northview team on his back, except there's a flag on the play.
A lot of good blocks on that. Looked like Cruz Mendoza was designed to go up the middle and he decided to bounce it out. At first, didn't really look like it was going to work, and he was able to get the corner after that. Oh boy.
And that one is on Unicoi County. Northview with some great field position, a big play from Kareem Dermaz, and a nice run from Alex Cruz Mendoza has the Cougars inside the 25-yard line.
2 plays by Dermaz. One was that nice little run to kind of get the offense back on schedule, to get the ball moving. Then you had Cruz Mendoza able to hit him on that long pass that he somehow came down with.
And that's a Squisito first down. Squisito New York Pizza and Pasta. Be sure and see them for some fantastic New York style pizza and pasta. Northview ball at the 14 after a fantastic run by Alex Cruz Mendoza and a big time penalty on Unicoi County. Cruz Mendoza with a man in the backfield in the pistol, going to take it up the middle, and he is stuffed before much gain.
He needed to hold on and stay a passer for one more beat.
And
his slot man was on about a 12-yard post, and he cleared right as he pulled it down to run.
And Brandon, I think that's going to be the struggle for Cruz Mendoza this season, is wondering, especially coming from the running back position last season, this year his first game as starting quarterback tonight, is wondering when to pull that and when to stay in the pocket, make your reads, and get it over the middle. But that's going to be really tough for Alex Cruz Mendoza. Cruz Mendoza off the right side, got the edge, touchdown, Northview.
Or you just let him run to the right and not have to worry about throwing it.
Alex Cruz Mendoza from 15 yards out has the Cougars right back in this thing. That touchdown brought to you by Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Alex Cruz Mendoza, if you missed it, on a 15-yard scamper around the right end. And Northview all of a sudden has this ball game within 8 points. And I think they're going to go for 2 and try to bring it within a touchdown.
Big conversion here.
22-14, Unicoi County lead. Alex Cruz Mendoza putting these Cougars on his back for that 15-yard run. No, Northview going to kick it.
And of course, Cruz Mendoza is the
And Jimmy Kuznicki set to kick. It's up, and it's good. Northview all of a sudden within 7, 22-15, Unicoi County. And the Cougars not done quite yet tonight. 3:17 left to play here in the third quarter. And we have got a good one.
Tune in to the Alewife Pottery Channel 196. Watch local craftsmen and learn of the rich Smoky Mountain heritage and history. Meet Robert Alewife and his family as they take you on their journey of their successful pottery business in the Gatlinburg's arts and crafts community. Established by Robert Alewife more than 30 years ago, this business has grown up with the Alewife family. Alewife Pottery is renowned nationwide, not only for their stunning handmade ceramics, but also their friendly, fun-loving family atmosphere. Tune to Channel 196, the Alewife Pottery Channel, and enjoy these great stories.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jimmy Kuznicki set to kick it off. And we are set here in the third quarter. Caleb Pelez racing back, but it's to no avail. Kuznicki with a great kick into the end zone, right to that G in Cougars on that yellow turf. And Unicoi County will set up shop inside its own red zone.
For Unicoi County, you know that they want to keep going and keep riding Edwards the way that they've called him most of this game. This may be a place to let Bryson Peterson unload one, though. We've seen that big arm. We've seen his ability to stretch the field. Northview's a swarming defense. If you can get them coming downhill, you got a deep shot.
And Peterson, having come over from the Unicoi County basketball team, Drew Rice recruited him from that locker room last season, and Peterson came in as a safety, and now he's the starting quarterback. Can't get anything going there on a bubble screen out of the backfield, as Caleb Perez is brought down in the backfield. And Unicoi County set up with a 2nd and long.
Understand why you do that. That's an extension of your running game. It's a quick snap, easy throw out to your running back. It's basically a sweep. You're trying to get a play on the edge, see if you can get something. Right now, Northview's packing down the middle, trying to take care of your power back, try to hit them outside.
2nd and 11, ball at the 19, 2:37 and counting left to play in the third quarter. And 22-15 is the lead for Drew Rice and the Blue Devils. Handoff up the middle as big Nehemiah Edwards plows forward. And he'll get a couple. A nice gang tackle there by the Cougars. And it looks like there is an injured Blue Devil on the field. Believe that is number 55 for Unicoi County. That is Dawson Hampton, the big offensive lineman. And we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Going to go to commercial here on the Your High School Sports game. 22-15 in favor of Unicoi County in the third quarter.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Jackson Gent shaken up on the play for Northview, and Dawson Hampton the same for Unicoi County. Gent could be a big loss for the Northview defense at that middle linebacker spot.
Let me see both guys leave under their own power, though.
Yeah, it is, but Gent is the mental approach for this Northview defense. Heath Woods told us about his mentality and just how smart he is. Peterson over the middle and got a connection out to the 45-yard line. A great pitch and catch to number 21, Logan Groom. And Brandon, that seam route that they had right there was just really well designed. Brings up a first down, brought to you by Squisito Pizza and Pasta.
Ryan Wright, the big defensive tackle for Northview, pushed the pocket back into Peterson's face. He stepped up and threw that on a line.
Peterson handing off this time up the middle, and Nehemiah Edwards on the carry again, brings it directly to midfield.
Does he get less than 4 yards a pop ever?
Evidently not. He certainly hasn't tonight. Should be interesting to see what his average is at the end of the night, because it'll certainly be positive. 2nd and 4 here for Unicoi County as they've moved across the 50 into Northview territory. 22-15 in favor of the Blue Devils, and why not give it to Edwards again? Shrugs off 2 tacklers, but the Cougars are finally able to drag him down off William Kirby, and it took 3 or 4 green jerseys to make that tackle.
But they got him for less than 4. They heard us talking.
They did.
They got him in the backfield. That's one of the first times he has had a loss on a play all night. It's also one of the first times they tried to stretch him wide instead of working him into the middle of the line. We'll see what happens here. 3rd and 5. This is a chance maybe if Unicoi can pick up a first down here to put this thing away.
3rd and 5 from the 50. Peterson looks to throw. Scrambles to his left, gonna tuck it, has plenty of room, and Bryson Peterson out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Got the first down and plenty more.
Flag's down at the 50 though, Jake.
We have a flag on the play.
He had a really nice pocket. It started to break down a little bit. He still had time to throw, but he was looking out the back door and there was nobody there, so he ran for the first. Looks like part of the reason that pocket was so clean is somebody may have had a handful of jersey.
A difficult holding call there on Unicoi County.
3rd down.
And it'll bring up 3rd and long from the 44. Bryson Peterson had a free first down on that scramble, but instead it's 3rd and 16 from the 44-yard line. Unicoi County leading by 7. 36 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Blue Devils trying to inch their way to the 4th and get some momentum here back. But right now, Northview could make a big defensive stand and get the football back down just a touchdown. Peterson in the pistol again. He's going to go throw right side. And again, nothing. The Northview defense with a huge stand. And Peterson, I guess, trying to take all he can get there on the bubble screen. But on a 3rd and 16, you've got to try to look for more there.
I think that ball had to come out faster than he wanted it to. Big number 75, Ryan Wright for Northview. It was a bubble screen. It's supposed to be a quick release, but he got in the backfield too fast even for a screen pass. Peterson had to get rid of it, and then that Northview defense, we've watched them over and over again this game just swarm to the football. If the first man doesn't get you, there are 4 or 5 green jerseys closing, and that led to another loss. Now if you're Northview, you've got a chance to force a punt and come down and try to tie this game back up.
Going into the 4th quarter, 22-15 in favor of Unicoi County. Got a fantastic one here on our first Your High School Sports Game of the Week of 2021. I want to thank you for joining us. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Again, heading to the 4th. It's going to be a great finish. 22-15 in favor of Unicoi, but Northview getting the football back.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Really, all you can ask for out of a punt right there. You've given Northview a long field. Now, who's going to win? We've seen when the Northview offensive line is able to keep penetration back, that offense has been successful. When Unicoi's defensive line's gotten penetration, they've stifled the Cougars. I think one of the big keys is going to be, does Cruz Mendoza continue to involve his teammates? That's going to be the difference in this.
Alex Cruz Mendoza scampering for a touchdown tonight and got another off a throw. But now Northview trailing by 7. 11:51 left in this game, and Alex Cruz Mendoza starting inside his own 20-yard line. Looks like there may have been another penalty already to start this fourth quarter.
Substitution violation on Northview.
And you could hear a fan in this Northview section say already, and that kind of tells you how things have gone from the loss of yardage standpoint for the Cougars tonight.
Well, we've seen a lot of penalties on both teams. We've seen a lot of lost yards both teams. First game of the season, you're going to have those mistakes, but the fourth quarter, you got to have them mopped up.
Cruz Mendoza in the pistol once more, and he's going to take it up the middle, finds a lane. Cruz Mendoza at the 20, has some running room down the sideline and out of bounds at the 40. Looks like he got popped right there. And Alex Cruz Mendoza putting this team on his back once more. I guess that's going to be a Squisito's first down, brought to you by Squisito's Pizza and Pasta. Be sure and visit them to get some great New York style pizza and pasta at the Tanger Outlet Mall. Call 865-446-2317 or go to squisitospizzaandpasta.com.
Jay Cruz Mendoza started up the middle, bounced it to the outside, got to the corner, looked like it was going to be a minimal gain, and then he just put a cut in the ground, got upfield, made about 2 guys miss, and sprung himself for a long run. That was a fantastic run, great cut by him.
And that might be our cut of the week, brought to you by Blades Hair Salon, as Kareem Dermaz takes it around the right side, inching toward midfield. And Northview all of a sudden has this offense on the move, trailing by just a touchdown.
Well, that's what we were talking about. They've been keying on Cruz Mendoza. They keyed on him on the long run, but he was able to work outside, make that great cut, spring and get a long run. This time they key on him again. He runs one way, Dermaz goes the other, and it froze the Unicoi defense because they've keyed on Cruz Mendoza so much. Dermaz has had room to work. Northview's got something here. They've just got to keep moving the ball around.
That cut of the week by Cruz Mendoza on the play before last, brought to you by Blades Hair Salon in Pigeon Forge, where change is good. Mendoza gonna do it again. He's at the 40 and got some room to run and brought down close to the 25-yard line. The junior running back turned quarterback has put on the wheels tonight in Kodak.
And Cruz Mendoza is coming up and looking at his wide receiver number 2, Deion Dukes, going, man, if you blocked either of them, I scored. Deion Dukes got out in the open field. He had his choice of 2 guys to block and kind of froze up on who to get. If he gets either one of those guys, Cruz Mendoza probably scores. But still a great run and a great job by the offensive line to open up that hole for him in the middle.
That first down brought to you by Squisito Pizza and Pasta. Cruz Mendoza sets up at the 27, 1st and 10. Trailing just by a touchdown, gives it to Dermaz, and he gets nothing. And number 44 for Unicoi County, that is Isaiah Smith there on the tackle, and he has been there quite a bit tonight from that linebacker spot.
We've called Smith's name several times. He's very active. He moves around. He takes on blocks. He's doing a good job of getting off blocks. He's reading his keys and following his eyes. That was one of the only true just straight ahead snap and handoffs we've seen Northview do all night, and he jumped all over it.
2nd and 10 from the 27 in the fourth quarter, 22-15 in favor of Unicoi County. Inside 10 minutes to play, and Alex Cruz Mendoza trying to lead his team back. Gains maybe a couple on the carry off the right tackle. Trying to gear things toward that big offensive lineman, Ryan Wright, 6'5", 300 pounds. There's a reason you want to run behind him.
There is. He's highly athletic. We've seen him on the defensive side. He was out there in space. Dylan Gass, the defender for Unicoi County, who's a defensive back, stepped up into this big 300-pound tackle and was able to avoid contact enough to force Cruz Mendoza back inside. That's all you can ask from a guy of that size. That takes some guts to go up on a big man like that.
3rd and 8 at the 25. A big third down here for Northview, and Heath Woods wants to talk about it. 22-15 in favor of the Cougars. Going to go to a quick commercial break. 9:01 left in the fourth quarter, and Northview trailing by a touchdown.
Shine Car Wash. You don't want to drive around in a dirty, dirty car.
At Sevier
Welcome back
County
to the
Electric
Your High
System,
School
we
Sports
know that
Game
when
of the
power
week.
goes
3rd
out,
and 8. And a huge 3rd down for Northview's offense. 9:01 left to play in the ball game. The Cougars trailing by 7, having clawed their way back from a 22-8 deficit.
Jake, Northview might not want to try to get all of this right here. Just something might be enough.
Cruz Mendoza looking long, rolling right side. Got a man, first down and more. William Kirby inside the 10-yard line, and a well-thrown ball to Kirby at the 10. That first down brought to you by Squisito Pizza and Pasta, and a really nice route by Kirby to get open right on the sideline.
Kirby took a lick. He knew when he came up to catch that ball, he was going to get hit and hit hard. He got jarred. He was able to hang on, come up with that catch. Credit to Cruz Mendoza. That ball was into coverage. It was on the money. It was right where it had to be.
And right where it had to be is certainly the case for the Northview offense right now. Cruz Mendoza off left tackle. Plenty of running room. Nobody there. Bulldozing a defender, and he might be in.
Late flag, Jake.
No flag on the play. Cruz Mendoza had green grass in front of him and bulldozed a defender, but Northview coming up with another costly penalty close to the goal line.
I wasn't able to see who the Unicoi County defensive back was that got out there. He took on a blocker, fought through it, got to Cruz Mendoza, and kept him from just walking in. We'll see what the penalty is.
And it is going to be on Northview.
And it's almost assuredly, again, I'm not sure, I want to give a compliment, but I'm not sure which Unicoi County defender got out there. But they easily could have given up on that play. They could have quit and given up a walk-in touchdown. Instead, they fought, got to the corner, got to the edge, and that hustle not only prevented a touchdown, but it caused Northview to take a penalty as well.
Still 1st and goal, but now it's from the 12. Or excuse me, 2nd and goal for Alex Cruz Mendoza. And again, part of that all-name team, as the Northview quarterback has been stellar tonight on paper and on the ground. And he's been great through the air as well. Had a couple of fantastic passes that were right on the money. And now Northview set up with a 1st and 12, needing a touchdown with 8:41 left to play. Cruz Mendoza being chased, throws, and intercepted by Unicoi County, headed the other way.
That is exactly what you can't do.
And number 44 for the Blue Devils, that is
Isaiah
Smith again, coming up with the pick, and at no worse of a time for Northview.
Well, you got to give credit to the Unicoi County defensive line. They were able to come in and get penetration.
They were, and the Unicoi secondary certainly made Cruz Mendoza pay. He tried to float one out there at the last minute, and Isaiah Smith was right there to corral it. A good job by the linebacker, too, to corral a ball that he bobbled at first, but then hauled it in and raced down the sideline.
Bobbled it, juggled it, wasn't sure if he was going to come down with it or not, but he was able to hold on, came up with it, got a decent return, but ends the scoring thread as well.
22-15, Unicoi County. May have been a play of the game right there by linebacker Isaiah Smith for the Blue Devils.
And that's the kind of mistake we've seen Cruz Mendoza make once on the grounding as well. Sometimes you got to know when the play's dead and eat the ball.
Up the middle goes Nehemiah Edwards, and who else do you hand it to in this situation? Gets a couple, and if you keep moving it like that, then you can maintain control of this football late. Inside the 8-minute mark in the 4th quarter, Unicoi County still leading by 7, and a crucial interception 2 plays ago by Isaiah Smith, the big linebacker for the Blue Devils, who is just a senior, but still 6'0", 205, and he has the range to make that kind of play, and did. 2nd and 8 now for Bryson Peterson. Gonna go deep. And almost hauled in, and it looked like he had Lucas Slagle down the sideline, but instead it falls incomplete. Peterson trying to go for the throat, and instead it's 3rd and 8. And the Northview defense here with another crucial chance to make a stand and get the football back after that turnover.
Jake, I think that was freshman Isaiah Morris for Northview that Unicoi County was going after. And he almost came up with an interception on that. Peterson had a good pocket, stepped into it, and made a good throw, and that was still nearly picked off. That was a big play.
3rd and 8, ball on the 35 for Peterson. Looks, throws deep over the middle, and almost hauled in. Again, that time trying for Hunter Klaus over the middle. And 4th down and 8 here for Drew Rice.
It's a tough catch, and it was a little behind him, but the rule is if you get your hands on it, you got to come up with it, especially on 3rd down.
And now Northview, all of a sudden, after giving up that big turnover, is going to get the football back. Barring a fake here, but you never know what Drew Rice is going to pull. And they're going to kick it away.
Good punt.
And Kyle Kalnassi back to get it inside his own 10 and brought down at the 12. Hardly anything there for number 15 for Northview. And now a long road to hoe for Alex Cruz Mendoza.
Kalnassi may get met at the sideline for fielding that one. Don't believe coach is going to be real happy about taking that punt, especially retreating with it once you got it. That was a dangerous attempt to field that thing. That could have gone a lot worse than it did.
And Brandon, we've seen quite a few of those situations tonight, the whole gone a lot worse than it did, but Alex Cruz Mendoza set up at his own 12, 88 yards to a tie ball game. 7:21 left to play in this thing, and Cruz Mendoza still trying to bring the Cougars back through a costly interception on the last possession, but he can certainly redeem himself right here. Going to take it off the left tackle and met quickly by the big defensive end, and who else but Esteban Mendoza there for the tackle.
We've called his name on offense, we've called his name on defense, we've called his name on special teams. There's just, he sprung the block that had the long screen pass. He's made several tackles in the backfield. Oh, by the way, he's an all-state kicker. You want a team full of this guy.
Yeah. If there are any college coaches watching, I think that Esteban Mendoza fills that utility role that you need wherever you need it on the field.
Well, he's a guy that has proven he can be more than an emergency kicker. We've seen him make some really nice kickoffs. We've seen him look good on the extra points. He's a guy that looks like he can help you on defense, looks like he can help you on offense. Wouldn't be a bad guy to spend a scholarship on. He can help you in a lot of places.
Going to take a quick break. 22-15, 2nd and 9 for Northview. The Cougars trying to tie this thing up on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System.
Welcome back to Northview Academy. Alex Cruz Mendoza running for his life. And off left tackle, drilled down at the 22, or excuse me, at the 17.
Isaiah Smith again. I think Isaiah Smith's trying to make his case for player of the game. We've seen him all over the field on defense. He's made some big tackles. There's another tackle for a loss, and maybe that game-swinging interception. One of the things Northview's going to have to work on between this week and next week is they've got to get that snap down. That's got to be clean. We've seen Cruz Mendoza field too many on a hop.
Yeah, and that is something that they will certainly have to work on. 3rd and 6 with 6:17 and counting left to play. Northview still trailing by a touchdown. Mendoza looks to throw. No, he's going to run at the 20 and bulldozing out close to the 30-yard line. And Cruz Mendoza looking a little bit like Nehemiah Edwards there with a tough run.
Cruz Mendoza put his head down. Unicoi County had penetration. Defensive end was able to get in there. Kareem Dermaz, we've called his name several times for making plays with the ball. That time he made one without one. He got a block on a defensive end that sprung his quarterback for a run, and he was smart enough not to hold on it. Good block, good IQ play, first down.
And that one brought to you again by Squisito Pizza and Pasta. Fantastic pizza and pasta, New York style, that you can get on 2 places in Sevierville. Cruz Mendoza up the middle, and it'll be a short gain for the junior.
I think he might have missed his hole there, Jake. He looked like that was designed to go maybe off right tackle, and as we've seen him do several times, Cruz Mendoza has made some really late cuts while he's carrying the ball.
Real quick, want to tell you about some of our other great sponsors. Riverstone Resort and Spa, the best resort in the Smokies. If you need a little relaxation, then head right on down there to Pigeon Forge and do whatever you need to do to relax and get your mind and body right. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge and Highway 66 in Sevierville, and Ale Wine Pottery. And Northview headed up the middle that time. Kareem Dermaz on the carry. And it'll bring up another first down for the Cougars. They continue to move the football. Again, a Squisito first down, but Dermaz comes up limping on the play. He heads to the sideline, and that could be a big loss for Northview as we are inside the 5-minute mark.
Dermaz has played so well for Northview. He's been the change of pace guy. Again, we see him throw the block that springs his quarterback. This time he gets the first down. They want to get him back.
1st and 10 from the 41 as Cruz Mendoza lines up in the backfield. And it'll be a penalty this time.
Number 68 didn't get off the field in time.
And another penalty on the Cougars. That time, credit it to Kane Jones, the 220-pound offensive lineman.
He was trying, he was hustling, but he didn't quite make it. They snapped the ball with him still on the field.
And real quick, want to remind you about Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge and on Highway 66 in Sevierville. Brandon, I know, has been eyeing those donuts all night, and he will certainly get some after the game, as well as Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Want to thank them for all they do. If you need a hot donut, go to Krispy Kreme, and then right after that, go get your car cleaned at Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash. Want to thank our friends at Sevier County Electric as well, powering the Your High School Sports Game of the Week and tonight's game as well, and Buddy's Barbecue. We've got some fantastic barbecue sitting over here, some pork, some chicken, some baked beans. Be sure and go visit Buddy's Barbecue, especially on Tuesdays for their $6.99 special, and Ale Wine Pottery. Be sure and go see them with Robert Ale Wine. Established that company over 30 years, and it has been an essential part of Sevier County. Another essential part, high school football, and we are right in the thick of a great one. Cruz Mendoza dodging a tackler, throws deep left side, and trying to get Gavin Ogle, but it falls incomplete. And there is going to be an injured Blue Devil on the field.
If Cruz Mendoza had had the opportunity to square up, set up, and step into that, that might have been a completion.
And it looks like it will be an injured Blue Devil. Trying to get a number there for you.
I think it may be 25, Jake.
And 25, that would be Jonathan Crutchfield. We've called his name several times tonight.
He nearly intercepted that.
He did.
He hurt himself diving for it.
Instead, he comes up limping. And just like Dermaz for Northview, Crutchfield could end up being a loss for the Blue Devils. He has been essential for them tonight. Cruz Mendoza set up with a 2nd and 10 from the 41. Handoff up the middle. And a nice run by number 26 for Northview. That's Nick Schroth. And Schroth absolutely put his head down on that carry. Northview changing things up a little bit, doing exactly what you said, Brandon, and getting the football to Cruz Mendoza's teammates, and they're going to work for him.
Sophomore making a case to get a lot more carries if he keeps putting in runs like that. Got his head down, got upfield in a hurry. hit the hole, got the first down.
4 minutes left to play, 22-15, Unicoi County. That first down brought to you by Squisito's New York Pizza and Pasta. As Cruz Mendoza will hand off, it's Schroth again, and he bulldozes across the 40. The sophomore carrying the load for this Northview offense late and saying, hey, quarterback, I got you some. And inside the 3:30 mark, Northview inching its way closer to the goal line.
Came up just short of a second first down and as many carries. Good hard run, accelerating quickly. This might be the change of pace that Northview needs.
2nd and 1, Crutchfield or Schroth still in the backfield. Why not give it to him again? Off left tackle. He's got a first down and plenty more. Bulldozing now close to the 30-yard line.
Jake, I think somebody forgot to tell him he's a 5'6", 140-pound sophomore, and he's not supposed to run seniors over like that.
And Brandon, if you've been watching tonight, he is playing more like Nehemiah Edwards, or even more like Esteban Mendoza for Unicoi County. 1st and 10 brought to you by Squisito's Pizza and Pasta. Again, inside 3 minutes left to play. 22-15 Unicoi County, but this Northview offense is moving in a hurry. Cruz Mendoza takes it up the middle this time himself, and the quarterback ISO gains several yards.
He didn't pick up the first down, but we've seen him run that several times tonight. We've watched Unicoi County clamp it down and stop it. That time when he took that delay step, they had to take a look. They had to watch Schroth. He's burned them 3 plays in a row, and it opened up a hole for Cruz Mendoza. That's why you got to get your other backs established.
2nd and 4, 2:17 left to play in this ball game, and time ticking. Northview down by a touchdown.
Don't think they were set.
And will be a penalty there on Northview.
Don't think the slot man was set.
Couldn't come at a worse time. You had 2nd and short, and it looked like you had an open hole for Schroth again up the middle.
And instead, you're going to take on a 5-yard penalty, make it 2nd and 9. This puts this run-heavy offense behind the sticks. Now you've got to play off schedule. 2 minutes left in the game. You're wanting to run the ball. Time is a factor here at the 30-yard line. You got to get down and score in a hurry if you're able here.
2nd and 9 from the 30. Alex Cruz Mendoza, the junior quarterback, was a running back last season, but now it's on his shoulders in his first start behind center, and he'll take it himself up the middle. And not much to gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and maybe 6.
His offensive line gave him a little bit of a bubble there, but right now Northview's got to get up and get to the line. They've already wasted 15, 20 seconds trying to call a play. Now they're running personnel on and off the field. We're down to a minute and a half. You've got to be ready for a late game situation like this. And here you got another late man running off again, 68.
That's the same one as last time. 3rd and 7 from the 27. The Cougars got to move. Down by a touchdown. Inside, almost inside a minute left to play. Now Cruz Mendoza looks to throw, running for his life. And got a man inside the 10-yard line. It's William Kirby.
Are you kidding me? What a throw. He looked like he was dead to rights. His tackle got beat. Looked like he was going to get hit. Looked like it was a bad decision to throw and was going to be intercepted, and put it on a line for a first down.
That first down brought to you by Squisito Pizza and Pasta, fantastic New York style. And excuse me, not quite inside the 10, but at the 14.
Clock still running.
The Cougars inside, good field possession, clock still running. Inside 40 seconds left to play. Cruz Mendoza fumbles the snap, off right end and shoved back by the Unicoi defensive line. Isaiah Smith leading the charge there as we near the 30-second mark. Very poor clock management here late by Heath Woods' team, and they call a timeout. 2nd and 10, and you have got to manage the clock better than that. A nice pass to William Kirby on the play before that, but you've got to move faster and have to have more urgency in these situations, but still a chance here for Northview.
Northview has wasted almost a minute and 15 seconds running personnel on and off, not stopping the clock. It's cost them. They had to burn a timeout there. You had several mistakes you can have. You took too long to get a play in. You made a substitution when the clock was running. Not everybody knew who was supposed to come in and who was supposed to come out. And then on top of that, you have another bad snap that rolls back to the quarterback. You just can't have that kind of combination in a situation like this if you want to win a football game.
2nd and 13 at the 18. And we're nearing the final few plays of this game. 22-15, Unicoi County. The Blue Devils took this lead into the half, and now it is up to Alex Cruz Mendoza. As mentioned, the running back turned quarterback in his first start behind center for the Cougars, trying to save them late. He's going to roll left. Has plenty of running room. Cruz Mendoza gonna tuck it at the 15 and brought out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 seconds left to play.
Coming back though, Jake, it's on an obvious hold. The defensive end for Unicoi County got turned all the way around. They hooked him and yanked him. They spun him for the whole thing, and it kept Mendoza from taking a sack. If you're Northview at this point, you're gonna have to start throwing the ball. You can't keep running it. You don't have enough time. You wasted too much time earlier. Cruz Mendoza is going to have to make some plays with his arm here, or they got to get out of bounds one way or the other. But that's the only options you have here. You can't keep running the ball and getting tackled in bounds.
2nd and very, very long to try to get a first down here. Northview getting into desperation mode.
Costly holding
Kirby
call.
Calling to the sideline to try to get the play in. Looks like there's still some confusion on this Northview offense. And for Heath Woods, your first drill in your next practice on Monday has to be the 2-minute drill, because right now you are facing a hard situation. Mendoza back to pass, throws deep, has Kirby, and incomplete. Northview fans wanted the pass interference call, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that is a tough no call. William Kirby's still down there making his case. That's a hard no call after some of the other calls we've seen tonight.
And Cruz Mendoza set up 3rd and 30 from the 36. 18 seconds left after that no call on what I think should have been a DPI. But instead, Northview trailing by a touchdown.
Northview had to feel good though. Mendoza got to step up and made that throw in range he needed to.
Gonna try to do it again. Cruz Mendoza looking long, throws deep, got a incomplete, in and out of the hands of his receiver, and would have been the game-tying touchdown right there, but instead it brings up a very long 4th down.
I think you may have gotten the makeup call here though, Jake. Defensive pass interference. I think that was a makeup call. I believe the last one should have been and didn't get called. I don't think this one quite was, but it did get called. That's a big penalty though for Northview, because it gives them a first down. Or I think it should give them a first down. With a PI should be an automatic first down, I think.
That should be correct. 22-15, 11 seconds left. Cruz Mendoza going for his receiver over the middle, and that was in and out of his hands. But as Brandon mentioned, the makeup call here, defensive pass interference on Unicoi County, and a fresh set of downs for Northview Academy, but you got to move quickly. 11 seconds remaining.
You got 2 throws, Jake.
Ball on the 11. Cruz Mendoza throwing deep over the middle and overthrew his receiver. You've got one more play left. Northview in desperation, down by 7, 4.8 seconds left on the clock, 3rd and 15, and you're on the 20-yard line.
What's got to make you feel good here if you're Northview, you've seen Cruz Mendoza 3 plays in a row relying on his arm. He's put the ball in a position where his receiver could make a game-winning play. He's shown he's got the arm. He's shown when he steps into it, he can put it there. Now, he was a little too far on that one, and I thought he maybe should have gone to his outside receiver who looked a little more open. but he's got the arm to get it there. We'll see if he's able to step up again.
Alex Cruz Mendoza, the running back for Northview last year, trying to win it here for the Cougars. Over the middle and incomplete.
The clock never started.
The clock never started on the play. Says 4.4 seconds left. The Blue Devils are celebrating, and they might think they have this thing won. We've got a call to make right here.
I believe it was 4.8 at the end of the last play.
And now says 4.4. Unicoi County leading 22-17.
I would not want to have to be one of these officials.
And if you've been with us tonight, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Broadcasting from a phone right now, you see William Kirby calling on the sideline to try to get something here for this Cougar offense.
The difficult thing here is on the net. It looks like they're going to call it right here.
And it looks like that might be it.
Now, if I was Northview, I know that I wouldn't be happy with this, because it looked like the clock continued to run a little long 2 plays ago. And I don't know if it started at all this time. Is that a change of downs? Was that?
I believe that's what they called it. The Northview defense is on the field, and now all Bryson Peterson has to do is kneel it, and that's going to be it. 22-15, Unicoi County, a controversial ending here in Kodak. 4th and 15, the turnover on downs on that last play.
I guess it's the first game for the referees
And that's
as well.
going to be it. Unicoi County will get the win, 22-15 in a nail biter. And there will be some questions from Heath Woods and Northview on Monday.
Jake, there were a lot of guys we could talk about for this Unicoi County team that made big plays, that came through. You had some big moments, but I think one of the guys you really got to look at is Isaiah Smith.
That's true.
He made several big plays. He had tackles for the loss, and he had that interception when Northview was driving that looked like it changed the whole game.
It did, and Isaiah Smith, I think, is going to be our player of the game for Unicoi County. He was all over the field for the Blue Devils, making stops when they needed. But I think for our cut of the game, that you have to give that to Alex Cruz Mendoza on that big run that he had in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. It looked like it was going to be a pretty decent run, and all of a sudden he just put his foot in the ground, and he was upfield, huge gain, took 2 guys out of his shoes. That was a brilliant cut. That takes being a natural and gifted runner, and he showcased it there.
And again, your final in Kodak, 22-15 in favor of Unicoi County. Jake Nichols and Brandon Martin sliding in here with the bucket hat. I told you not to wear that thing, but he did anyway. 22-15 in favor of Unicoi County. And Brandon, if you're Heath Woods on Monday, you've got some questions for the TSSAA.
Well, one of the things I want to know is on the defensive pass interference that did get called, it didn't look like they reset the downs. I was under the impression that a defensive pass interference call is an automatic first down. I may be wrong, I may be mistaken, so I'm sorry if I am, but they did not award Northview an automatic first down on that.
They did not, and it was a controversial ending. Again, just you can't overstate the heart of this Northview team, and Alex Cruz Mendoza, they know they've got a quarterback in number 23.
He's a playmaker. He's a guy that when he pulls the ball down, he's a dangerous runner. He can get upfield. I think one of the things he's going to have to work on is he's very adept at bouncing the ball outside and looking for that extra run, but he's got to figure out when to put his foot in the ground and follow his blockers to go with that first hole.
Yep. And again, we will try to bring you a little bit more from Drew Rice and the Blue Devils as they are celebrating right now near one of the end zones here in Kodak. But again, your final 22-15 in favor of Unicoi County. The Blue Devils moving to 1-0 to start this 2021 campaign, and Northview falling to 0-1. But Brandon, a heck of a high school football game to get this season rolling.
Oh, you can't ask for a better way to start the season. We had a beautiful stadium, beautiful night, 2 great teams that came down to the wire, a lot of heart, big plays on both sides, a full house and a loud crowd. you can't ask for any more.
Yeah, you really can't. And just like I can't ask for any more for my color commentator and production team, for Brandon Martin, for Chris Reddick, for Nathan Miranda, and for Tony upstairs running our main camera. This is Jake Nichols for your high school sports. We'll be bringing you a post-game interview here shortly, but also for Roddy Woods and Victoria back in our home studio. We will see you in a moment for post-game, but this has been Jake Nichols for the first Your High School Sports Game of the Week of 2021, and man, it was a good one. We will see you guys in a few minutes, and then be sure and join us next week. Thanks.